No. Matt loved it. Matt loved it. You put no, it's good. No, it's better.
Shall I see if I can...
Right, you're going to kick us off, okay.
Given the quality of the teams left in the competition in the Europa League and how well Liverpool have performed so far, are you confident that you've got a ticket to ride maybe all the way to the final?
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I'm not too good in all the Beatles songs, or maybe you can carry on making jokes about it, but I don't understand them, but it's good for you, so I'm fine. When you're in the quarterfinal, I think, yeah, it's possible to go to the final, but that's all, because you have to go a long way. Until now, yeah, we did really good. That's true. We took all the games very serious, and were very concentrated in all these games, and did what we had to do. And so we have to wait for the draw. I don't know when it is. Midday. Okay. So in a few minutes, and then we know more about the next opponent. But if you want to win this competition, yeah, then you have to beat the best teams, and it's not too important when. But of course, yeah, it's possible because we are still in the tournament. That's all, but it's a long way to go. So, but of course, it gave us confidence. Yeah, you saw all the games we played made us a little bit stronger because we knew a little bit more about ourselves, how we can handle different situations, and so. Yeah, of course, it's only one night between a big win for us and now, and so we still feel the same things than yesterday night. So it was great. It didn't happen too often in the past that we could beat them, Man United, in a really nice stadium. Was my first time, not too bad, and in a good atmosphere, so it was a big thing to do, and the lads did well.
Following on from that then, if you can take your Premier League form as well and keep that going, are you setting a target now in terms of where you want to finish? Do you think you can finish top 5 or maybe even top 4?
No, I can't. If it would help, then I would do it, but I think it makes not too much sense, because there's only Southampton, and then 2 weeks break where all the players are around the world, and that's pretty difficult. So hopefully we have a good squad, a good lineup for Southampton, because of course it was intensive yesterday again, and so we need to figure out who will be available, who is in best shape, who can play the Southampton game, and then hopefully they all come back healthy. And that's pretty important. There are 2 very important games now for the national teams, because it's I think the last test before the squads will be made for the European Championship. So yeah, it's an intensive time for the players, and hopefully we have all them available for the rest of the season.
Well, we understand there could be some good news soon from John Flanagan. He's on the verge of signing a new contract, we understand, which would be great for everybody at the club to have a player like that staying here for a long time. Yeah,
of course. I was a little bit involved in in these negotiations, and of course we're all happy, especially happy for Flano. It's good for us, but it's yeah, I think in this special case with this long-term injury, it's better for Flano, because of course there are a few other fullbacks in the world, but not so many Scousers, and not so many came back after this really difficult injury. So he's, how I said a few weeks ago, he's our boy, and we are really happy to have him here.
Jürgen, you
two strong performances against Manchester United. What did you learn about your side, and how much confidence do those performances give you for the rest of the league games?
We have to see, but of course, the problem with confidence is a little bit that it's just, I'm not sure that I said it before, but it's a little flower, and if you step on it, it's away in a second. It's much more difficult to let it grow and to let it die. And it gives us a lot. It should give us a lot, but we have to see what will happen in the next days. But of course, it's not only about confidence. It's more about feeling more and more trust in our way of play. When I don't know in this moment how much we run yesterday. I have no numbers until now. So, but especially in the first game against United, you saw it was really intensive, but it was only 112. So when we started here, we had 190, 120, things like this, and didn't win. So I always said the problem is that we make our ways by ourselves. That means we lose the ball in the wrong moment. So we have to improve and to develop in this part of the game, because we are a possession team. We want to play football, and so the closer you are at the other goal, and the more concentrated you have to be, and the more simple and quick you have to play for the right moment. If you lose there the ball in the wrong moment, and you are not in a good position for counter-pressing, and that's the only reason for counter-pressing, to win the ball back as quick as possible, then you have to make too much kilometers, and that makes no sense. So I'm fine with this. It's a real development, and so that's more important than confidence, because the players have quality. Everybody can see this. We have always very offensive lineups, and so it's important that we feel better in this style of play.
Looking to the Southampton game, it was 1-1 at Anfield. What are your memories of that game, and what are you expecting this weekend?
There was really a lot of games between, and so I have not. Maybe I'm too old. I forget things like this. But I don't think it's too important. So Southampton, we played there. Okay, it was a perfect result for us. It was a perfect night with a bad start, blah, blah, blah. But it was a nice stadium, nice surrounding. So everything will be prepared for a good football game. Two good sides. Southampton is a really good side, and we know about this. So we have to be at 100%. To get something there, and if we want to win there, then we have to be really, really good, and so that's all we have to know. So we have to use these 2 days, 2 days left until the game, and then we have to start again.
Jürgen, is it just about taking that momentum into Southampton? You've spoken about trying to, or you believe you can achieve something or take something out of this season, but do you think now, because of what happened last night as well, that you could actually do something special this season?
The only thing I can say is hopefully, but I don't know. So how can I imagine what will happen? But things like yesterday helped, of course. But nothing is older than the result of yesterday. So we have to be prepared for the rest. And it's difficult to imagine what could happen. But the only thing we can do is to do our best and to get whatever we can get, and that's what we try, and what we tried in the last few weeks. And the last few weeks were for us not perfect from the results, but more than okay. And so we have to carry on this way, and to play like this. And how I said before the game yesterday, we are a possession team, but we are a team for intensive style. We need this. We are not a low rhythm team. We need a high rhythm, and so if we can do this, then then of course a few points we can get a few points. I don't know how much, and if we collect enough, we will have to see what will happen. But in the position which we are, you're always, if you want to get up in the table, you always have to watch what the other teams are doing, and that makes not too much sense because you have no influence on it. So we have to win our games as often as possible, and then we have to see what happened.
Was Ronald Koeman somebody you admired as when he was a player, as a fellow defender yourself, and certainly as a manager, he's got a lot of respect in the games?
Yeah, but as a player, he was completely different. He was a world-class player, so please don't blame it with a comparison to myself. So yes, he's a brilliant manager, no doubt about it. He did a brilliant job in Southampton so long, and yeah. Of course, there's respect, but the best news is that I don't have to play against Ronald Koeman. So our sides will play against each other, and so that makes absolutely more sense, and we have a better chance then. So that's all.
Okay. Just in terms of fitness, have you had any update on Alberto Moreno?
I don't know until now because we had to wait as long as possible to make the scan, because a scan in the first moment gives you a little side. We did it after training at Old Trafford. Yeah, but we saw nothing in the scan. That was good. But Alberto is a player who really ignores pain. Felt a little bit when he tested it, and so we could not take the risk. And yeah, now today I don't know when exactly. We'll have another scan, and it's much more clear if there's something or not. If there's nothing, yeah, maybe we tried for Sunday, but I don't know exactly.
Carl, finish it off.
You mentioned earlier that you were involved slightly in Flanagan's negotiations. Is that something you normally do, and are you involved with any other players?
I'm not sorry. I'm not involved in a negotiation about the numbers. I don't sit together with the player and tell no, that's too much, or something like this. So we have for this. But of course, I was involved in a decision that we, that we want to offer him a new contract and which kind of contract and things like this. Of course. Yeah.
Are you involved in any more decisions about other contracts then coming up? Or?
In all.
Can
I ask you about Dejan Lovren? Obviously, he's going back to Southampton, but he appears to have really sort of grown and developed in the last few weeks and established a good partnership with Saka at the back.
Yeah. What can I say about Dejan Lovren? So I heard about before I came here. I saw in his eyes when I came here, that he was not in the best situation. So, but for him, really good. I had only one only one game in my mind. It was the game with Liverpool against Borussia Dortmund, the friendly. I think it was his first game for Liverpool, and he was outstanding in this game. So. I was pretty positive, yeah, for sure that helped him. So that's sometimes for players, that's the good thing with a complete change, that you can start really new, and that's what he did. So, and I think now everybody can see how what he's capable of. It's yes, yesterday the game of both centre halves was really brilliant, and but I don't want to forget. On this position, Martin Skrittel, who played with big passion the U21 game, driving 6 hours to London with the bus, and he had a long-term injury. That's right, but he's brilliant too. Colotouré did a brilliant job since I've been here. When I started here, he could play 30 minutes or something. Now he's always available and. A real role model in each training, so that's great. Lucas played perfect on this position. So we had a lot of problems, but yeah, on centre halves, even when we had not the best record in conceding goals for a while, yeah, really good performances on this position. And yeah, Dejan is on a good way.
Brilliant. Okay, guys, thank you very much. We'll have to room one for the Sundays.